Hey everybody, it's Gabby, your neighborhood story producer, and these are my thoughts on episode 8 for All Stars season 8. This one was a doozy, wasn't it? I mean, my god.
So how you feel what you got in your box, sis?
I like it. It's not unconventional.
When Candy and Lala are talking about Lala's garment, the look that Candy gave her, the music was very much giving foreshadowing. So Chanel and Raven are the guest drag queens that are going to be counseling the girls and asking them some questions in the workroom. And Chanel is definitely coming back for an All Stars. This is her second time back this season. She has really good energy. Like, she is easy to connect with. She's fun to watch. She asks all the right questions. And I feel like the next All Stars will be older season queens. Like, they saw the great reception that Mrs. Kasha Davis and Miss and Darian got, and I think it would behoove them to either have a classic season or a season of queens who, like, from seasons 1 through 4. When Chanel was talking to Jessica about being safe versus out of the box, that was great. Oh, I fear that Lala might be getting too big for her britches. She's not a sewer, but she's got big vision for her big puffy gown. Alexis tells Jimbo to her face that she wouldn't vote her off.
If by some chance I was in that position and you were in that position, that's not how I would roll.
I don't know Alexis, and this is not a comment on her character as a person in real life, but on this show, Alexis has shown no loyalty, no backbone, no nothing. Like, it seems like she makes her decisions out of thin air, basically. She threw Darian under the bus, and we are going to see later in the episode why we should never trust Alexis. I really feel like the stakes in Act 2 weren't very strong. Candy complaining about needing to make a new top because she cut it too low. Jimbo not wearing makeup for her face kini. Has us wondering, will these land them on the bottom? Lala, hates her pattern, which I thought was cute. She's gonna work even harder to try to make a new gown. But she's not a sewer, so it's like Lala is really pushing herself, and I'm proud of her, but I wonder how this is gonna turn out. It's elimination day, and Lala has stretched herself out making 3 garments. Jimbo, with 30 minutes left before they have to go on the main stage, is still adding touches, doing gloves and etc., etc. I feel like them harping about Jimbo being on the bottom is a red herring for some BS later. Just a hunch. Candy alludes to Alexis winning because her garment is sickening.
And if you do win tonight, don't forget about me.
I won't. You know I won't.
Lala and Alexis, I felt, had an unspoken alliance. Because my question was, Lala, why were you so sure that Alexis would return the favor? Just because someone wants to have sex with you doesn't make them loyal. I mean, I'm sure she knows that, but still. And again, there's a lot that we don't know. Apparently, there were a lot of secret side alliances that never were shown on the show for whatever reason. Candy is worried about doing well in this challenge, and she's worried about the girls voting for her and choosing her lipstick to go home. Because on the last episode, if you remember, she and Alexis had tension, which I thought they cleared up. So why are we bringing this up now? See, that feels very fake to me. If y'all already hashed it out, then why is this an issue? And Candy is wondering where she stands with her Jimbo alliance. Girl, after Jimbo saw you eliminate queens not based on track record, I think she knows where she stands with you, Candy.
My pussy's on fire.
Hearing Brandon Boyd say his pussy on fire, those are not words I'd ever thought I would hear. Rue's look is giving me Nina Bonina Brown for some reason. Drag Race needs to stop playing and ask Nina back to just be a guest drag queen, like how Chanel and Raven were doing counseling the queens, because she would slay, and it's a low effort way to get Nina back into the fold without having to commit to a full season. Okay, so now we're on the runways. I really feel like it would have helped to have a lower third with the inspired queen's name, because a lot of these looks don't look like the queens that they were inspired by. The only person I felt like who remotely kept up with the prompt of the challenge was Alexis Michelle and Jimbo. They did look like Trinity the Tuck and some version of Trixie Mattel. I loved his look. Yeah, Candy's is simple and it looks good, but I did not get Monet. Monet has so many things about her that brand her on her body. Candy, I got Candy. That's not shade, that's just an observation. I love Lala and I want better wigs for her. I don't hate the dress. I love how the dress and the hair color complement one another. That sleeve is janky, but I can also see her coming back with an upgraded version of this look and it being really sickening. I feel like Brandon Boyd was very high on this episode because, like, dog, I didn't even know he was a Drag Race fan like that. So that's how you know it's in the mainstream, because they want the straight presenting men to be guest judges now.
Actually, this exceeded our expectations from you. Thank you.
Remember when we talked earlier about camera angles basically communicating things that words don't have to? In this camera angle, we see it's a two shot. And let's go back. Before we even shoot a scene, they have to choose in advance who they want to stand next to each other. So again, pay close attention when we're giving these group shots with these critiques, where people are lining up. That is very deliberate. I'm about to get into why. Because when Jimbo was getting positive critiques, we see a two shot of Jimbo and Candy. Why do we have to see Candy if they're talking to Jimbo? Why wouldn't a medium shot just suffice? Well, it's because they're trying to convey with that two shot and the sound effect that Candy is pressed because Jimbo is doing well. Now she knows, okay, this bitch might send me home. She's my biggest competition and I don't like that. I see Lala's light. I see someone that is possessed, that has a point of view. I think that for me, I see Lala as such like a fun person that it's hard to always remember that this person actually has a point of view and they have other sides to her. So I hope that we get to see those other sides and that she continues to blossom and that she's more than just this character, her drag character, because I feel like there's some really interesting things going on with Lala. And I'm just going to say it, maybe if the fandom weren't so restrictive and how they accept black queens, then we could see different sides. Instead of having to go to that like ghetto stereotype that people swear is funny, but it's really not. I am really, really happy to see Alexis do well. She was not a good sewer in season 9. She practiced and it paid off with a win. So props to you, mama. I found it very funny that after Alexis won, nobody was really living. Like, pay close attention to the response that Lala got for her win last week and Alexis's win. Big difference. So that right there should have told you something. Jessica and Jimbo are high safe and they are my personal top 2, and Lala and Candy are the bottom 2. Okay, y'all help me understand, why are we sending queens home when it's their first time on the bottom? Like, that lets me know that y'all really are pressed about some of these queens. You were pressed about Mrs. Kasha Davis because you knew that bitch was going to kill a lot of these challenges. You were pressed about Darian, even though she'd been in the bottom before. You were pressed about James Mansfield. And now you're pressed about Lala. Like, come on, bro. I am living for Lala mopping more-ish before she leaves. Okay, Alexis saying she votes with her heart and then voting off Lala, who saved her last week. Diva, what the hell? I don't get it. You guys let me know what you think. I personally feel like Alexis is setting herself up to be eliminated by Candy next week, because there has to be some strong karmic retribution for what happened in this week's episode, because that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Like, Lala? I know she's a tough competitor and a great lip syncer, but come on, she deserved at least another episode. I would have sent Candy home off the strength of, I don't deal with people I can't trust. Like, you need to keep it 1,000 with me so I know who I'm dealing with. And the fact that she keeps throwing her sisters under the bus, like, Candy's the type of chick that you tour with, you get your money with, but you don't tell her nothing. And she'll be mad at you because she can't manipulate you. But oh well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, my thoughts and observations. Please let me know what you think below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.